back, I was addressing bioengineering students. So a question came, what is the book you would like to recommend? Someone asked. So I said, there are thousands of books which I can recommend and which you can read. But there is the most important book, which is the book of self. If you read that book of self, then you learn something extraordinary. And for that you have to dive deeper within. And when I see this question, I'm just thinking of that student when he asked me, because this is a very common question in every gathering, in every talk. People want कि कुछ capsule दे दो आप, 1-1.5 घंटे का आपने बोला है, just give us something which we can practice every day. So I never say that do this. I simply tell them what I do. If you feel like, just experiment and see if it works for you, otherwise you just let go. So what I do is, every morning when I wake up, I just wake up with myself. People wake up with so many thoughts, with some past worries, with future worries, what I have to do today, some goal planning and all. That's also good. But at the time when you wake up, if you just wake up simply, just being yourself, that's also a very extraordinary act. And when you are totally with yourself, then you are aware of your being. You are aware of who you are. It's a constant remembrance, a constant reminder to yourself. That which is timeless, thoughtless, nameless, omnipresent, omnilucent, or whatever it is. Because that you cannot explain in words. It's an experience to have. And when we start our day with that thought, or with that beingness, it gives us a sense of joy without any reason. Because most of the time, we have to find a reason to smile. We have to find a reason to be at peace. But being simply with yourself is actually the bestest gift you can ever give to yourself. And when you are totally with yourself, then whatever you are doing, eating food, going to a meeting, addressing people, going for a walk, then you are totally with yourself. Because the moment there are thoughts, you are divided. So the question is it possible to live with undivided attention? So that is the major question I would like to throw today. And also, if we talk about daily practice, then I find a reason to talk to new people where I can learn. I love to interact with those who are around me, peon or driver or executive assistant, because they are coming from a very different space. If I operate only in the A+ circle or the green circle of the society, then something I'm going to miss. So in order to learn, in order to grow, and in order to expand your consciousness, you have to keep recharging. Being in nature is one thing, being with new people, those who know something new, and just share your vibe, because your vibe is your tribe. Share your vibe, share your happy heart, and yes, most important thing which really gives me joy is sharing unconditional love. So do we really meet people without any reason? जब हम किसी से मिलते हैं तो हम बोलते हैं कि बताइए क्या काम है. तो मेरे पास कोई आता है, मैं कभी नहीं पूछता क्या काम है. और कुछ लोग काम से भी आते हैं तो मैं उनको बोलता हूँ ठीक है काम हो गया तो यू कैन गो. बट व्हेन आई मीट पीपल, आई जस्ट सिंपली मीट. इतनी बार हम लोग मिलते हैं, पता ही नहीं होता, कई बार काम भी होता है, वो भी रह जाता है क्या काम था पता नहीं. So is it possible to meet people not with the image which you have created of that person, rather the self? or you call it a light or soul or whatever the name you give it. So when I meet someone, for instance, do I have thoughts which are coming between me and the other person, which is creating a barrier? Or am I meeting the real personality who's in front of me? So that we have to think through. So this is it.
So I have a question. So, we always say, and in corporate also they teach in 7 seconds, the first 7 seconds when you meet a person, you create some impression about them. Whether the way they are walking, the way they smile or not smile, what they are wearing, how did they greet you. So how do you keep away from all of that distraction and then just meet them just like you're saying?
Actually, when I meet people, I don't think that in 7 seconds I have to make a decision. I never think this. I just meet them and every morning I have this one intention, that whomsoever I am going to meet today, either I am going to add any value in the other person's life or the person is going to add value in my life. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Maybe it's a beautiful exchange of smile. Maybe it's some words of wisdom, or maybe it's just a cup of coffee or whatever. When we try to create any sort of impression, then the mind comes. And the whole journey of humanity is to reach to the heart from the mind. In corporate, we teach EQ and IQ, but we never teach SQ. And in order to learn what is SQ, you have to go through EQ and IQ. When you grow from EQ to IQ, then comes a point when you want to transcend from your mind. And that is where the spiritual quotient enters into your life. Otherwise, the life becomes so fragmented. Then you see only one side of life. Then you will feel a void within. But there is a difference between a void and the space. A space creates an expansion and voids creates depression. So the way we are living, the way we are leading life decides whether are we going in a direction of depression or expansion. Likewise, intention and attention. My intent will decide, my intention will decide what kind of people I am going to meet, what kind of personality I am going to become. And the connection between intention and attention is such that if I put my attention to the positive aspect of life, then I am putting positive intention towards life. Many times when you are going to buy a car, for instance, or let's say you are going to buy a Mercedes, particular S-class model. So in the roads, when you walk or when you drive, you are going to see that S-class model on the road. You're not going to notice Mahindra or this car or that car or Toyota. No. What is that? There is a certain level of synchronicity, alignment in your thoughts. There is a certain level of connection you develop. Because the moment you focus on anything, where your attention grows, your intention grows. So this is actually very different from the corporate culture, but I wish if we can develop such kind of corporate culture in which people meet with that intent, which can really help organizations to grow multifold.
So I have a question. You said after you get up in the morning, you get up with being you. How do you do that?
Without thinking that I have to do this. Because when there are no thoughts, then what remains is you. At the night when you sleep, are you male or female? Are you good or bad? Are you a saint or a sinner? You're nothing. So with that feeling, if you are totally aware of your sleep, even if you are dreaming, and if you know that I am dreaming, then you are totally aware, you have total control on your sleep. And if you see a dream and then you decide, no, I don't want to see this dream. I reject this. I'm not in a mood to see this dream. Then you remove that dream because you have a choice, you have a control. Likewise, in the morning when you wake up, you have the choice to just be yourself. But sometimes it's very difficult because the society demands thoughts.
Always. Always rejected.
But then you know where you want to use your mind. Otherwise, mind is a chatterbox. 24 hours non-stop. कोई तो बोल रहा था स्लीपिंग प्लेन लेने के बाद भी नींद नहीं आती. That's also a situation. So if you are living a very happy life means a sound sleep, then you are blessed. If you are a person who can share your smile, your words of wisdom, can have a nice time with people like we are having, so this is indeed a blessing. And to share that energy, we all have that persona, that aura, that presence, which we mentioned in the beginning of the session today. So that presence says it all. So you asked the question about the corporate culture. In 7 seconds we decide the personality. So if you meet the person and during that meeting, if you are vibrating at a higher frequency, if you are radiating at a higher frequency simply means when your heart is totally pure, without any negative thoughts for the other person or for yourself or whatever. If you are totally with yourself and operating from that purity of mind, then when you meet the person can actually feel your aura. The moment you step in the boardroom for a meeting, all the board of directors will feel that. And you need not to convince them. Your aura will automatically share a sense of conviction without speaking a word. So there is a language which we speak, and there is another language which we carry around us. That is the aura, that is the persona. For that, you have to work on yourself. That you cannot borrow. It's not a Fair and Lovely cream. कि लगाया और मजा आ गया. It is all fake. That's why we call it inner journey, because everything is you. If someone is saying bad words to me, I need not to blame. Yeah, वो ठीक नहीं है. You are saying wrong. No. Something I must have done. And I am in this situation to learn something. The moment I learn something, I have grown and that situation will go. और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात यह है कि जिसके पास जो है वो वही रेडिएट कर सकता है. Right. Sometimes there is so much aggression when you meet people. So it takes time to calm down the other person. भाई क्या बात है, सब ठीक है. कहता है कुछ काम हो तो छोड़ दो काम को. पहले तुम पानी पी लो, तुम्हें बहुत जरूरत है. You need to relax. और उसको भी नहीं पता होता कि कहाँ से मैं एग्रेशन इतना कैरी कर रहा हूँ. बिकॉज वो इनबिल्ट हो गया ना. इट्स लाइक अ ब्लूटूथ एंड वाईफाई. वो इनबिल्ट है सबके घरों में. सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द पैटर्न ऑफ आवर माइंड. इट्स ऑल माइंड. If we take a pause and reflect, automatically the reaction will change. Many times it happens, किसी को WhatsApp पे हम मैसेज कर रहे हैं, कोई बहुत गुस्सा आ गया, कुछ गालियाँ दे रहे हैं, abusive words यूज कर रहे हैं, कोई कर रहा है. उस टाइम पे if you take a moment and take a pause, what you are going to write, I can assure you आप उसको delete कर देंगे. Because उस टाइम पे you are not mindful. जिसको कहते हैं क्रोध के आवेश में आके, जब कोई मुजरिम जुर्म करता है तो कहते हैं ना जोश में होश खो दिया, व्हाट इज दैट, इन द पैशन ऑफ मोमेंट। तो वही है, उस टाइम पे अवेयरनेस नहीं होती, बट जो शांत हो गया है, दोज हु हैव नोन द साइलेंस, they will not operate this way. They will take a moment, pause. The best example is Buddha and Angulimal. Angulimal was full of anger. उसने तो कसम खाई हुई थी कि 100 लोगों की हत्या करूंगा और उनके हाथ की जो उंगली है उसको काट के गले में माला पहनूंगा। तो 99 उसके पूरे हो गए थे और एक की तलाश में था। तो बुद्ध को किसी ने कहा कि आज वातावरण बहुत शांत है तथागत, आज क्या किया जाए। तो उन्होंने कहा कि उस तरफ कोई जाता नहीं है, मैं जाता हूं। तो उन्होंने कहा आप कैसी बात करते हैं, पूरे समाज को पता है, आसपास के गांव तक खबर है कि वहां पर अंगुलीमाल जैसा डाकू है। और अंगुलीमाल ऐसा था कि उसको देखकर तो बहुत दूर की बात है, उसका नाम सुनकर लोगों के रोंगटे खड़े हो जाते थे। वेरी पावरफुल। और वो तो पावरफुल क्या, उसके सर पर तो खून सवार हो गया था। तो सब लोग भागते थे, डरते थे। तो बुद्ध ने कहा कि शायद अगर तुम मुझे नहीं बताते तो मैं नहीं जाता, लेकिन अब क्योंकि तुमने मुझे बता दिया, अब तो मुझे जरूर जाना होगा। क्योंकि जब सब कृपा के पात्र बन रहे तो एक कैसे बच जाए, अब तो वहां पे मुझे जाना ही होगा। तो when he walked inside, अंगुलीमाल को कुछ लगा कि हलचल हो रही है, और उसने जब पलट के देखा तो उसने कहा ठहर जाओ वहीं पे, बुद्ध को कहा। Buddha was walking fearlessly. Those who are enlightened, they became very fearless. Because those who have known the death, फिर उनको क्या चीज है जो फियर हो जाए। जिसने मृत्यु को ही देख लिया कि डेथ क्या है, इससे बड़ा तो कोई डेथ है ही नहीं, इससे बड़ा कोई फियर नहीं है। He was walking fearlessly. तो अंगुलीमाल ने कहा कि मैं फिर कहता हूं कि ठहर जाओ। तो बुद्ध ने कहा कि मैं तो बहुत पहले ठहर चुका, तू बता तू कब ठहरेगा। तो उसने कहा कि तुम किस ठहरने की बात करते हो। तो बुद्ध को देखकर वो धार लगाने लगा था अपने फरसे, शार्प सा टूल होता है, उसको धार लगा रहा था। और वो कहता है कि तुम यहां से चले जाओ, दिखना मत यहां पे। तो बुद्ध ने कहा भाई मैं तुझे कुछ कह ही नहीं रहा, मैं तो खड़ा हूं आराम से। तो वो धार लगाते लगाते उसके हाथ थोड़े धीरे धीरे चलने लगे। और अंगुलीमाल भी सोच रहा कि मुझे क्या हो रहा है, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है। क्योंकि वो बुद्ध की तरंगे, वो वाइब्रेशन, वो पवित्रता, वो पीस, वो कहीं ना कहीं स्पर्श कर रही थी उसको अंगुलीमाल। अब वो धीरे से कह रहा है कि मैं फिर कह रहा हूं तुमको चले जाओ, लगता है तुम जानते नहीं इस गांव में सिर्फ एक ही अंगुलीमाल है जिससे दूर दूर तक लोग डरते हैं। उसने कहा कि ठीक है, शायद तू भी नहीं जानता कि मैं कौन हूं। तो उसने कहा कि मैंने बहुत बेवकूफों के नाम सुने हैं, पर एक व्यक्ति जो यहां पर आने की हिमाकत कर सकता है, शायद तुम वही हो, शायद तुम गौतम बुद्ध हो। क्योंकि लोगों ने कहा था कि तू किसी से नहीं बच सकता, बस अब एक ही आदमी है जो तेरा उद्धार कर सकता है, तो शायद तुम वही हो। उसने कहा तूने ठीक सुना, मैं वही हूं। तो वो कह रहा है ये मुझे क्या हो रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है मुझे। और हाथ से धीरे से उसके फरसा छूट गया। तो बुद्ध ने कहा भाई तू बहुत दयालु है, तेरे अंदर बहुत करुणा है। उसने कहा आज के बाद मेरे से करुणा की बात बिल्कुल मत करना, कोई करुणा नहीं है, बहुत क्रोधी हूं मैं सबकी जान लेना जानता हूं। तो बुद्ध ने कहा अच्छा तू सबकी जान लेना जानता है? बोला हाँ, मेरे फरसे में इतनी ताकत है कि 1 मिनट में मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूं, किसी को भी काट सकता हूं। तो बुद्ध ने कहा ठीक है, ये सामने डाल है, उठा फरसा और उसको काट के दे दे मुझे। उसने उठाया और काट दिया, बुद्ध के हाथ में दे दिया। बुद्ध ने कहा ठीक है, अब ले इसको वापस जोड़ के दिखा। ये कैसी बात करते थे? ये कैसी बात करते हो? तो उसने समझा अंगुलीमाल काटना बहुत आसान है, जोड़ना बहुत मुश्किल है। और वो फिर फूट फूट के रोने लगा और वो पैरों में गिर गया बुद्धू के। उसने कहा मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा ये मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है। शायद लोग ठीक कहते थे कि जब मैं तुम्हारे पास आऊंगा, तुम्हारे समीप आऊंगा, तुम्हारा जब स्पर्श भी हो जाएगा तो शायद मेरा कुछ हो जाए। तो वो जो वाइब्रेशन थी, वो जो तरंगे थी, उन्होंने अंगुलीमाल का हृदय परिवर्तन किया और वो वास्तविक स्वरूप में लौट गया जो उसका बेसिक नेचर था। भाई अल्टीमेटली हमारा बेसिक नेचर क्या है? प्योरिटी। A newborn baby is very joyful, very happy. That is the true nature. But as we grow, हमारी क्या हालत हो जाती है? Right? Society का एक contamination है, but that's also a journey. Because Jesus also says, no, those who have a consciousness of a child, they will reach to the kingdom of God. He's not saying child will reach to the kingdom of God. He's saying a consciousness of a child. What does that mean? बच्चे से आपको बड़ा होना है। संसार की जो क्रियाकलाप है, the contamination of the world, you have to go through that. And then you have to understand your true nature, which is existence, consciousness and bliss. Sat Chit and Anand. And when we understand that nature, we become liberated. So liberation is nothing. Returning to your original true nature is liberation. People go to offer millions prayers. People go to offer thousands of nariyals and rituals. But the most important ritual is to go within and remove all the negativity and dirt which you have accumulated within. And then the true nature will automatically reveal itself. And I believe the purpose of this gathering is to bring out the best version of ourselves. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु।
लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु।
लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु।